Well, hey guys, welcome to day one of Own It. This is our reading plan with a hope, a desire to actually read the Bible through in a year. For so many Christians, this is a very big undertaking. It's something I do on a yearly basis. And I'm so excited for Life Church at Easton. So many of you have spoken to me and just told me that you can't wait to go through this. And as we learn to turn the light up, right? To turn the light up in our lives, in our homes, in our workplaces, right? In our relationships, in our finances, in our relationship with God, that we endeavor to do that. And so what we're going to try to do is obviously, we've got the on Sunday we'll be preaching the message. I just preached out of Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 through 3 on Sunday. And then, throughout the week, we're going to be reading. Obviously, we started today reading Genesis 1, Genesis 2, Job 1 and 2. And then on Wednesday night, it's not this Wednesday night, but the following Wednesday night, we'll have that opportunity to discuss what we're reading as well as we kick off our Wednesday nights. And then these daily devotionals that I'm going to try myself and some of the pastors within the church on a daily basis. We're going to try to at least share with you maybe something we've seen out in the Word to help you and to challenge you. Hopefully, and I've had so many of you join me on the YouVersion app. Again, we've got our own church app. Go to the My Church section of YouVersion, and you can find our app. Comment if you're not sure where to find that. I can share that with you as well. And then you can join the reading plan online, which is super exciting, because then we can make comments and we can see the comments back and forth. I'm looking forward to iron sharpening iron and having discussions as we're going through. But as we were reading today, there's a lot of interesting things and a lot of things I could talk about, but there's a statement that really hit me in Job chapter 1, and I don't know if I haven't seen it before or just it didn't really click with me before. It's in the very first chapter of Job chapter 1 as we were reading through, and it's talking about Job's character and his wealth, right? He had 7 sons and 3 daughters, and 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of oxen, right? Which is a 1,000, right? So, anyways, he's got a lot of wealth. He's got a lot of stuff, and it says that his sons and his daughters would go and have feasts from time to time, and this is when the days of feasts, verse 5, and when the days of feasts had run their course, Job would send and consecrate them, and he would rise up early in the morning and offer burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, "It may be that my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts." Thus Job did continually. And it really made me think about a question I'd posed last week to parents and some of you grandparents that are actually raising your grandchildren. Are you raising your children or your grandchildren to the point when they're adults that you would be willing to hire them to work with you and for you, not because they're your family member, but because they are good workers, they're diligent, they're hardworking, they do excellent work, right? Are you raising them in that environment to where, again, if you were the boss, you would actually want to hire them and not fire them, right? And I look at Job as a parent, and I never really thought of Job as a parent. What an incredible thing he did. He recognized his children may sin, right? His children may go astray. And since this idea of consecrating them, understand, is he went through a process with them to remind them of who Yahweh, who God is, and to get them back on the straight and narrow, to continually be with them. And it says, thus Job did continually. And I think for us parents, I've got 2 daughters on my own, right? And those that are grandparents as well. I think we need to recognize we have a responsibility for our children. And understand, he's talking about children. These aren't little kids. These are older kids now. These are adult children that are living their lives. And it said that he continually did this. So it's something he had started when they were kids, and continually would consecrate them, would continually pray for them, would continually make sacrifices for them, continually Instruct them in the ways of the Lord. So I really challenge you as we go to turn up the light, as we dive in and learn more about God. For those specifically, for you parents and you grandparents, that you invest in the biblical teaching of your children. That you invest, that you disciple your kids. That's what Job was doing. He was discipling his kids. So I challenge you. Are you discipling your kids? Are you having conversations with them when they go out with their friends? Listen to me. When they go out with their friends, when they come home, are you consecrating them? Are you talking through maybe some of the things that they saw, right? As you're watching movies together and you're seeing things on TV or wherever you're watching it, or they're watching YouTube, are you talking about what they are watching and then bringing it back to a biblical worldview, not a worldview, not a what everybody else thinks, but what the Bible thinks about the world? What are you doing with your kids? Talk about them. The Bible talks about, and we'll be reading it, right? That they wrote it on the doorpost. They talked about it continually. They broke bread together, right? They discussed it. Their kids knew. Do your kids know who God is? It's time for you and I to recognize that we have ownership over what we do with our kids. The word, again, one more time, it says this. It says to train up a child in the way they should go. That's what Job was doing. He was training up a child in the way they should go, continually throughout his life until his children were killed, which comes very, very quickly after this statement. Until his kids were killed, he continually would train them, would disciple them. You and I, as parents and as grandparents, that is our job. We must disciple our kids.